Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I just said that weird. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah. I know. I'm like shaking off that weird incident I had at the stop sign where the guy like drove past me and put his thumbs down at me. And I'm just like, who goes around doing that to people?
Well, it's so weird.
Like, why is it even taking up space in my brain? I just want to move on from it, but and
I
not
know.
be that person that
I
like
know.
just goes around being a jerk for no reason.
It takes a lot of energy to be a jerk.
Yeah, it does. I'd rather put my energy into this.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
this is a timely episode,
it sure is.
considering.
So today we're going to talk about this idea of self-comfort, which is actually something you brought to the table, so to
Yeah.
speak. Because there's like the like difference between self-care and self-comfort,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
and for me, it can self-comfort historically was a slippery slope into because it for me self-comfort was usually around food, right? Like I want to comfort myself with something delicious
You want to eat some
and
feelings.
eat some feelings. You say eat my feeling, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
do that.
and I remember my health coach, my food coach that I worked with a while back saying that like emotional eating will always happen, but sometimes we can decide, I shouldn't say sometimes, but we can decide if we're gonna do it or not. Like say like I recognize what I want to do and
Hmm.
I'm present for it versus
Hmm.
numbing, right? So talking about um intentional eating versus numbing out, right? Comfort versus numbing. Um
Yes.
so for me, it usually looks like something at night where I'm like, I just don't want to do anything. I need to decompress. I'm going to put on a show. And it usually involves like a glass of wine and a bowl of popcorn for
This is
dinner.
the best dinner
Yeah.
ever.
It's usually like buttery popcorn and then like a white wine. Um,
Mm,
and I
good
just like,
pairing.
would you say it is butter and
Good
butter.
pairing.
But I like fully commit. I try to fully commit to it.
Yes, so you don't get into numbing. So you don't cross the threshold into numbing. It's like a very intentional.
Yeah. So I don't cross the threshold, but also so I don't beat myself up about it the next day.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes,
Even
this
if
is
I
that.
cross the threshold a little bit, I'm like, it's okay.
Right. Yes. It's so future self doesn't shame past self.
Right. And also, I've worked so hard at like creating a daily habit around food and anchoring in like healthful choices that a
Hmm.
night of popcorn and Chardonnay is not going to derail me
Right.
anymore.
Right.
It used to.
Yeah. Well, because it was like the gateway drug. And then it
It's
was
a
like,
gateway drug.
well, screw everything, screw all my other healthy things. Like I'm going for it now.
Right. And also, there was a version of me that would feel super lonely and would eat to numb the loneliness. So now I have to be very intentional so that it's not that.
Hmm.
So
What else for comfort though? What do you watch shows for comfort? Do you listen to music for comfort?
I do like I like to put on music if I'm kind of putzing around the house. Like I'm very into my apartment right now. It's a new place for me. I'm trying to really make it my own. I haven't been on my own lease in a long time. Um so sun out, windows up, and I really love listening to the artists formerly known as the Dixie Chicks. The
The
Chicks,
chick.
the Chicks, I love them. They're like my go-to comfort music.
I
Um,
love it.
I love them. I love everything they stand for. I love their voices.
Uh-huh.
It used to be my comfort music in LA when I drove from the Valley to Hollywood and would purposely take Laurel Canyon versus the highway, because it's
Yeah.
just such a beautiful drive. Um, so yeah,
I think that's comfort too. Like you're very visual about your environment. We've talked about this in previous episodes. And I like that you chose the beautiful path
yeah,
versus the more stressful, the more
totally.
direct
Yeah.
path. I think that shows a lot of comfort.
What about you?
For me, so the other day, this is cranking up the Wayback Machine about comfort. The other day I was feeling really stressed and I wanted like immediate. relief from the stress.
Uh-huh.
And it took me back in time in college. And I said to Jim and the kids, you know what I really miss? And they were like, what? And I was like, smoking.
Oh my God, we used to smoke together.
I was like, I really miss that first hit, that first drag, and how I could feel my entire body release from the initial like intake of nicotine. Like how terrible, toxic. I'm talking to my kids about this, but I was sharing that I missed that release, that quick fix, and that I have to work really hard to find that comfort, that vibration of like on the dial of frequency. Like where do I find comfort and quickly? Like
Yeah.
I'm looking for it to happen so quickly, and it just doesn't happen like that anymore. The only thing that comes close is my fridge cigarettes, which are Diet Cokes or Coke Zeros, and
And don't
that
you do the little cans?
the little tiny cans,
Yeah.
and that little that crack it open the first sip. And I do
Mhm.
get a little fraction of that same feeling, but I definitely told the kids and my husband that I miss smoking. And
Were
then
they
if it
just
didn't
like,
smell
what?
bad and kill you, I'd still be doing it.
I loved smoking too. I remember the day I decided to quit. It was like 2004 maybe. And I've been smoking on and off for like 10 years. I was waiting tables, so like that we were like smoke
That
break, or we
culture, yeah.
go drink
Hmm.
after work and smoke whatever. But I had been cast in the first show ever that would require me to do 8 shows a week. And I remember thinking, this is what I came here to do. I was in New York. I was like, I came here to be on Broadway or whatever that means. I need to quit smoking, like if I'm gonna really do this. Um,
Yeah.
but I also remember like having days that would feel stressful and sitting on my stoop at this sublet in Hell's Kitchen and just I would sit there and smoke like 5 cigarettes in a row.
Oh,
Like it was because I needed somewhere to decompress and I didn't
yeah.
have it.
Yeah. You didn't have the other things, the healthier ways of comforting yourself that aren't self-care, but are self-comfort. And
Yeah,
I
or
think,
the space.
yeah,
I was in someone else's space.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I think the other thing for me is watching TV or
Yeah.
comfort shows. So in March of this year, I got a tummy tuck, which you know how they'll rate a pain scale of like plastic surgeries, and facelift is like 4, and
Okay.
and a tummy tuck is like an 8 or a 9. Okay, so like when you tell people you're getting a tummy tuck, they're like, why would you cut yourself in half? Like that's horrible. And it is that painful. I had to train before to do it and then train after, right?
Yeah.
But I was watching Game of Thrones. I decided I would watch it start to finish
Okay.
while I was recovering because I couldn't really do much. For the first 3 weeks, you can't do much at all. And so I watched Game of Thrones and drank my little fridge cigarettes and, would get up and try to like stretch myself out a little bit because I couldn't even stand up straight for the first 3 weeks.
Mm.
But yeah, Game of Thrones, because it's so violent, and I think because I was there in my own head in a violent state of mind that it like resonated. And I couldn't do my other self-comfort or even self-care things. Like I like to lay on my bathroom floor and let my nervous system regulate and just take deep breaths on my floor. I couldn't take a bath. I couldn't work out. I couldn't do any of the things. So I discovered this whole other gear of like giving myself comfort. And shows give me so much comfort to just disappear
Yeah.
into a story and out of my own head.
What's one right now?
Right now we're watching Poldark on Netflix. It's like post American Revolution, but in Cornwall and in England. And
Oh,
we really don't like the lead guy. We think he's an idiot, and the we is me and Jim. But I watched Jane the Virgin when I was unpacking this house,
right.
and I would sit in my kitchen and put it on the background, and I loved it so much. I
Mm.
watched all of Virgin River
Oh
on
my
Netflix.
God.
Did you watch Sullivan's Crossing, which is Canadian Virgin River?
No, now I know. Fuck.
Get ready.
Yeah.
We
You have
watched Suits, which was so good.
Yeah. The LA one was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my comfort stuff. And I'm very I think I wanted to do this episode because I want people to be aware of what their self-comfort language is. You know, we talk a
Yeah.
lot about love languages. Like, what's the love language to yourself? Like, how do you comfort yourself when you're going through something? And it's not like something big. I'm talking about just making it through the day and people are making rude gestures to you or saying
Right.
you're seeing a headline that like makes your brain fry.
Right.
You know, how do we get back to us?
You're making me think about so living in LA, especially during the pandemic, living in LA taught me something about myself that I didn't know I needed to learn, which was that I connect quickly to myself when I'm outside.
Mm.
Like it's a really good space for me to just be and doesn't need to be like working out. It can be walking. I used to go hiking all the time. And during the pandemic, it saved me in, so many ways. And upon being back in New York now for a few years, my last apartment was in Manhattan, close to the Hudson River. And now this current apartment is in Brooklyn, close to the East River. And that's like basically nature in New York is the river.
Yeah.
Aside from maybe if you can get yourself to Central Park, but you don't get a lot of
Yeah.
like woods and trees. You do further uptown, but um I'm realizing that on a daily basis, if I'm going through something like that, which can be like minimal, right? A headline, a conversation, something got under your skin at work. I just need to go outside. And I'm so grateful that I can walk a short walk and sit and stare at a river.
I do that with our pool.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I mean, the pool really will calm me down. It'll take my blood pressure down a good couple of
Yeah.
points.
Um,
All right.
what else? Anything else?
I think we got to influence each other.
Yeah, influence me.
I'm looking at my page now and there's nothing on it to comfort. Why don't you go first?
I'll go first. I'm trying to remember what yours is because you told me.
I thought I did.
Yeah.
Gosh, for comfort, what is my, I guess it's a Netflix
I
subscription.
guess so. Mine is the album Wide Open Spaces by the Chicks.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so good. Like, especially that song, really, that specific song was like my anthem. I mean, it was older than my time in LA. I don't remember when it came out, but it was a big, and what's the other one that we were talking about before? Oh, Not Ready to Make Nice. Oh,
Oh, that's such a good
such a
song.
good song. It's
You
such a good
know,
song.
I could probably influence you with a cookbook recommendation. There's this Food Network cookbook from like eons ago,
Yeah.
but I love it so much, and I make these ribs out of that book all the time. And that recipe, it's like Michael Chiarello, who was on it ages ago. He's a Napa chef,
Yeah,
but that cookbook will,
that's great. And talk about comfort food, ribs.
yeah, cooking will get me out of my head too.
Yeah. Cooking is a comfort action for me,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah. All right, team. Well, that was our little episode about things we can do to make ourselves feel better in the moment.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That
joining
aren't
us.
smoking.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today.
And if you needed that, please share this with someone else who might need it too.
All right, team. Bye.
Bye.